Russia's new attacks leaving Ukrainians in the dark and in the cold. And tonight, 24 hours after President Biden said he would be willing to talk with Vladimir Putin under certain conditions if Russia is ready to end the war. Well, tonight, the Kremlin's response. Marcus Moore in Ukraine.
Tonight, a new round of Russian airstrikes in eastern Ukraine, obliterating an apartment block in the Kharkiv region. This man conceding it is hard to stay alive here. As the war grinds into a bloody stalemate in the east, relentless Russian strikes have crippled the country's power grid. In the southern city of Kherson, heartbreaking images of civilians fleeing the bombardment. Some people there forced to chop wood to cook their food.
The previous clip was about the war in Ukraine. The war started in February of 2021. It's almost been 1 year. It's been a brutal war. Ukraine has suffered greatly. Russia has lost troops, equipment, money, and most of all, any semblance of respect that they had with the rest of the world. But the thing about what Putin is doing to Ukraine now with the Central European winter about to set in full force, purposely taking out the power grid so that the people of Ukraine without generators or other sources of power are basically in the dark. No heat, no water. Nothing is the way it used to be. In reality, many Ukrainians are living like their ancestors when they were just basic cave dwellers.
Carolina under a state of emergency tonight, and police say someone shot up power substations in Moore County, leaving thousands of people in the dark. The outage has forced schools to close tomorrow, and some families are heading to shelters. ABC's Rhiannon Ally has more now on the investigation.
45,000 customers suddenly lost power Saturday night, nearly all of Moore County. Police calling it criminal, the result of an intentional vandalism. The FBI has joined state and local officials in the investigation.
Evidence at the scene indicated that showed that the firearm had been used to disable the equipment.
Authorities say they are aware of online rumors that the attack was aimed at canceling a local drag show Saturday night in Moore County, but say they have yet to find any evidence linking the two. The drag show went on even after.
Good morning, America. No, look, I know a lot of you going, Uncle Ricky, what the fuck does the war in Ukraine have to do with somebody shooting up a power substation in Moore County, North Carolina? I mean, it's thousands of miles apart, and you're talking acts of war versus acts of what, perhaps vandalism? What are we, doing apples and oranges now? No, motherfuckers, no. The basic similarity, the thing that binds these two occurrences together, irregardless of, numbers or duration or who started what, it's all about terrorism. Putin is trying to terrorize the civilian population of Ukraine by punishing them for their government's resistance to Putin's efforts to take over Ukraine. The thing in Moore County is terrorism. It's domestic terrorism. It's not, international confrontation or what we, classically call a fucking war. But it's violence in the same directed at the population to punish them for not respecting or obeying the wishes of certain. I can't identify them because I could be misidentifying them, but it's people that have, according to the FBI, allegedly, and this is the only thing they got to hang their hat on. It's the only thing they're admitting that they can hang their hat on for now. That they were disturbed by the possibility that there may be a drag show in their community. Well, for some of us that have, gotten the fuck out and been other places and been around, other people, other things, experienced life outside of our little petri dishes, and tried to understand how other people live, why they live, and started to appreciate the fact as, look, as long as you're not hurting me, as long as you're not trying to fuck up society on the whole, as long as you are doing what you do and not expecting me to do what you do, unless that's what I really want to do, I gotta respect that, as long as you respect me for me doing what I want to do, as long as it's not hurting you. Violence aimed at people to break their will, to disrupt what they consider to be normal life. Now, the interesting thing about both occurrences, the people in Ukraine are still kicking Russian ass. The LGBTQ community, they did their thing in the dark. So basically, to all those motherfuckers, whoever they are, that didn't want them to do what they wanted to do, they gave them the giant fuck you. And with that, I'm going to say peace out, goodbye, and God bless from Uncle Ricky's house. And before I leave, I'm going to leave you with a quote that covers the whole situation. See you next time.
A great civilization is not conquered from without, until it has destroyed itself from within. The essential causes of Rome's decline lay in her people, her morals, her class struggle, her failing trade, her bureaucratic despotism, her stifling taxes, her consuming wars. Will Durant.